The alien queen said choose a title. I joked my husband, and she took it seriously HFY. Adam Carter looked around the grand hall of the Jarin space station with a mixture of awe and nervousness. The walls shimmered with colors that changed like the northern lights on Earth. Massive crystal chandeliers floated in the air, held by some kind of invisible force, casting soft light on the polished floor. Humans had traveled far to meet the Jarin Empire, a species known across many star systems for their power, strict rules, and strange customs. Adam had heard stories from other humans, tales that painted the aliens as cold and unforgiving, but seeing them in person was something else. He held Lisa's hand gently, feeling her fingers squeeze his. Lisa Carter had always been brave, but even she seemed tense. They had been chosen as representatives for the human delegation, a task that both honored them and terrified them. The Jarin Queen herself would be present at the banquet, a figure of immense authority and beauty that seemed almost unreal. She had pale blue skin that shimmered slightly in the light and eyes that looked like liquid silver. The stories were true. She moved with grace and commanded attention without speaking. As the humans entered the main chamber, dozens of Jarin courtiers turned to watch. They were tall, slender, and wore long robes that seemed to glow with an inner light. Many of them whispered in their strange language, but one of the human translators, a young man named Eric, whispered to Adam, "They're probably talking about you." Adam swallowed nervously and nodded at Lisa. "Don't worry," he whispered. "We just have to be polite." Lisa smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Polite," she said softly, "or dead." They both laughed quietly, trying to hide the tension. Humans had been invited to this summit to build peace, but any misstep could cause disaster. Adam had prepared speeches, answers to questions, and even jokes to appear charming, but nothing could fully prepare him for meeting the alien queen in person. As they reached their seats at the long table, a hush fell over the room. The queen entered with her attendants, and the entire chamber seemed to shift. Adam felt the weight of history in that moment. The queen's eyes scanned the room, finally resting on the human delegation. She spoke in her own language, and the translator repeated her words carefully. "Today," the translator said, "the queen honors a human with a title of respect. She asks for a suggestion from the humans themselves." Adam felt a chill run down his spine. A title. In Jarin culture, a title was not just a word. It was a legal and social declaration. It could give someone authority, protection, or obligations. It was serious, and the queen had asked them directly. Everyone in the human delegation looked at each other nervously. Adam cleared his throat and whispered to Lisa, "Do we have to suggest one now?" She shrugged, trying to hide her fear. "Just say something, anything, but don't insult her, please." Adam thought quickly. His mind raced through words like peacekeeper, friend of the stars, and honorary human. Then, almost without thinking, he leaned close to Lisa and whispered, "Say you're my husband. That'll confuse them." Lisa blinked at him. "What? No, that's ridiculous." Adam grinned nervously. "I'm serious, just say it. It'll be a joke, it'll lighten the mood." Before Lisa could protest, the translator turned toward them. The queen's voice filled the room. "Humans, speak your suggestion." Adam's heart pounded. He looked at Lisa and in a quiet but audible voice said, "My wife here should be called my husband." The room went silent. Lisa's eyes widened in shock. She opened her mouth to protest, but the queen raised a hand. Silence fell. The courtiers stopped whispering. The air felt heavy. Adam realized immediately that the queen had taken his words seriously. The translator paused, looking at the queen. "She accepts this," he said finally, his voice trembling slightly. Adam's stomach dropped. "Wait, what?" he whispered to Lisa. The queen's voice echoed again, this time slower, deliberate. "A human speaks words of intent. We honor words spoken before the crown. She shall carry the title of husband as declared." Lisa could barely believe it. Her face went pale. Adam felt frozen in place. The Queen's words were not just a formality, they were law. The entire court was watching them, and the declaration had already begun to change how humans were seen. Some of the Jarin courtiers murmured to each other. Humans had never been so bold, never joked in front of the Queen like this. To them, boldness was a sign of strength, even if it seemed foolish. Adam looked around, trying to find someone familiar, someone who could explain what was happening. But every face showed a mix of curiosity and awe. Lisa took a deep breath. "Adam," she whispered, "what did you just do?" He swallowed hard. I think I just got us married in front of the Queen," she groaned. "Married in front of her? Are you insane?" Adam shrugged helplessly. "It was a joke. I didn't think she would take it seriously." The Queen's gaze did not waver. She stepped closer, her presence overwhelming the humans. "Humans," she said, "your words are not empty. Your humor carries meaning. The bond you declare shall be recognized, honored, and protected." Adam felt the weight of her words. He had always thought humor was a human strength, something that showed confidence or diffused tension, but here it was more than that. It was power. His joke had become law in a room full of aliens. Lisa's mind raced. She had never wanted titles, crowns, or recognition. Yet here she was, suddenly carrying a weight she had not asked for. She squeezed Adam's hand, feeling a mix of fear and pride. "Well," she whispered, "guess we can't take it back now." Adam nodded, though he felt panicked. He tried to think of a way to make it clear that it was a joke, but the Queen's smile, if it could be called that, suggested she understood perfectly. In Jarin culture, humor was rarely seen, and when someone dared to speak freely in front of authority, it was a mark of courage. The rest of the banquet continued, but now the humans were the center of attention. Every alien present seemed to watch them closely, gauging their reactions. Adam tried to smile politely, whispering jokes under his breath to keep his nerves calm, but Lisa gave him a sharp look whenever he laughed too loudly. As the meal progressed, the Queen spoke again, praising the humans for their honesty and bravery. "Many species hide their intentions," she said through the translator, "but these humans speak freely. They honor words even when they are bold or strange. This is strength." Adam felt a strange mix of embarrassment and pride. He had intended a simple joke, but it had turned into a demonstration of humanity's courage and character. He realized, perhaps for the first time, that humans had a unique place in the galaxy. They did not always follow the expected rules, yet their honesty and unity often earned respect, even from powerful alien empires. After the banquet, the Queen summoned Adam and Lisa to a private chamber. They walked nervously through long corridors, surrounded by statues and lights that seemed alive. When they arrived, the Queen regarded them silently for a long moment. "Humans," she said finally, "your humor is unusual, but your bond is stronger than many I have seen among my own people. Your words are honored and your actions will be watched. Learn quickly, for your choices now will echo across stars." Adam and Lisa nodded, both unsure what to say. The Queen's words were serious, but there was a hint of approval. They left the chamber feeling a strange mix of fear, wonder, and determination. That night, as they looked out over the space station from their quarters, Lisa whispered, "Adam, your joke, it changed everything." He took her hand and squeezed it. "Maybe not a joke," he said softly. "Maybe it was the first step in showing who humans really are." Lisa smiled faintly. The stars outside seemed brighter somehow, reflecting the possibilities ahead. Humans were small in the galaxy, fragile even, but they had courage, humor, and loyalty, qualities that even the most powerful aliens could respect. Adam and Lisa held each other silently, realizing that their lives had just changed forever. What had started as a simple, careless joke had become a moment of history, witnessed by an empire and recorded in the minds of everyone present. The galaxy was watching, and humanity had begun to make its mark in the stars. One bold, honest, and slightly foolish word at a time, Adam, and Lisa woke early the next day in their quarters aboard the Jarin space station. Sunlight from the nearby star filtered through the translucent walls, painting the room with soft gold. Yet despite the beautiful morning, neither of them could relax. The events of the previous night kept replaying in their minds. A simple joke had turned into a binding declaration recognized by the most powerful alien in the galaxy. Lisa sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor. "Adam," she said quietly, "do you realize what this means? I can't just leave. I have a title now, a real title. I'm your husband in the eyes of the Jarin." Adam ran a hand through his hair. "I know, I thought it would be funny. I didn't think she would take it seriously. And now," he trailed off. "And now we're stuck," Lisa finished. She looked at him, eyes wide. "The entire court is watching us. Every alien here will remember that we joked in front of the Queen, and they respect it, they respect us. But what if it goes wrong?" Adam tried to smile, but it felt weak. "We'll handle it. We have to. Humans are humans. We adapt. We survive." Just then a knock came at the door. A young Jarin aide, tall and thin, stepped inside. His glowing robes shimmered faintly in the morning light. "Queen requests your presence," he said in careful English, translated from the Jarin language. "She wishes to discuss the declaration further." Adam groaned. "Another meeting," Lisa nodded. "Looks like it. We don't really have a choice." They followed the aide through the station's corridors, which curved and twisted in ways that seemed impossible. The walls glimmered with flowing colors, and strange statues watched them silently. Humans had never seen anything like this. The Jarin architecture was not just functional, it felt alive, almost as if the station itself was aware of who walked through it. When they entered the Queen's chamber, she was waiting, seated on a platform that floated above the floor. Her presence was overwhelming. Adam felt a shiver run down his spine. The Queen's eyes, silver and sharp, studied them closely. "Humans," she said, her voice calm but firm, "your words from last night have been received. They carry legal weight in my court. Many Jarin find your humor unusual, but it is strong. Your bond demonstrates trust and courage. You may not understand it yet, but this is an honor." "Do you understand the implications?" Adam swallowed hard. We think we understand, Your Majesty," he said carefully. Lisa stepped forward. "We understand we have responsibilities now, but we don't know everything. We want to learn." The Queen regarded them silently. After a long moment, she nodded. "Then you will learn, and the first lesson is simple. Words are power. A human joke can create trust or conflict. You must be mindful. This declaration, your title, it is not just for ceremony. It carries weight. It binds you to each other and to your word." Adam looked at Lisa, unsure what to say. We will do our best," he said finally. "Good," the Queen replied. "Tomorrow you will attend the Council of Nobles. They will test your bond. Many expect humans to fail, to flinch under scrutiny. You must not. Show them your unity. Prove that your words mean what you say." After the meeting, the humans returned to their quarters. Lisa collapsed onto the bed, exhausted. "Adam," she said, "I can't believe this. We are going to be tested by an alien council. What if we fail? What if we embarrass humanity?" Adam took her hand and squeezed it. "We won't fail. Look, they respect us already. Why? Because we didn't hide. We spoke honestly, even when it was scary. Humans do that better than anyone." Lisa gave a small smile. "You make it sound easy. It's not easy." Adam shrugged. "Maybe not, but we survive because we try, and if the Queen respects honesty, then maybe that's enough." The next day they were escorted to the council hall. It was vast, larger than any room on Earth. Thousands of Jarin nobles gathered, their robes glowing softly, their eyes fixed on the human delegation. The humans had prepared themselves mentally, rehearsing every possible scenario, but nothing could fully prepare them for the sheer presence of so many beings all judging them at once. The council began with formalities. Speeches were made, honors were acknowledged, and then the Queen addressed the humans directly. "Humans," she said, "we have witnessed your humor. Now we will see your courage. A title is not just a word. It is a test. Show us that your bond is real." Adam and Lisa were led to the center of the chamber. A series of questions were asked, some about loyalty, some about honesty, and some about fear. Each question was designed to test not only their bond, but their ability to speak truthfully under pressure. The first question was simple. If one of you were in danger, would the other act without hesitation to protect them? Adam answered immediately. "Yes," he said firmly, "without hesitation. I trust Lisa with my life." Lisa nodded. "And I trust Adam. We protect each other." A murmur passed through the council. The nobles were impressed. Few had ever seen such straightforward honesty from humans. The next question was more difficult. If your bond conflicts with your duty to your species, what would you do? Adam hesitated. He looked at Lisa and she looked back. Both understood the weight of the question. Adam spoke first. "We would find a way to honor both. Humans do not abandon family or responsibility. We find balance." Lisa added, "Our bond does not weaken our duty. It strengthens it. We make each other stronger." The council nodded, some whispering to each other. Adam realized that the Jarin were testing not just loyalty but reasoning, morality, and courage under pressure. They were watching whether humans could hold their ground, even when challenged. After hours of questions, the council adjourned. The queen called them forward again. "Humans," she said, "your words have passed the trial, not because you were perfect but because you were honest. You faced pressure and fear and did not retreat. Your bond is recognized. Your title is legitimate, your humor, unusual yet meaningful." Adam felt a wave of relief. Lisa's shoulders relaxed slightly. They had passed the first test, but both knew the challenges were far from over. As they walked back to their quarters, Lisa spoke quietly. "You know, Adam, your joke actually worked. It earned respect. I can't believe it, but it did." Adam laughed softly. "Maybe humans should joke more often, or maybe we should think before we joke." Lisa rolled her eyes. "Maybe both." That evening they received a message from the Queen herself. It was brief but clear. "Prepare for the next stage. Humans are curious to all species, but respect is earned through words and actions. Be mindful." Adam looked at Lisa. "Next stage? What now?" She shrugged. "We wait, we survive, we adapt. That's all we can do." They sat together quietly, looking out over the glowing city of the Jarin space station. The stars shone brightly above, countless and infinite. The galaxy felt larger than ever, and yet humans had made a mark, small, unexpected, but undeniable. A joke had started it, but courage, honesty, and unity were what carried them forward. Adam held Lisa's hand tightly. "We can do this," he said. Lisa squeezed back. "We have to. For humanity and for us." The night passed slowly. Sleep was light, filled with dreams of alien courts, shimmering halls, and the weight of a title neither of them had asked for. Yet when morning came, they rose with determination. The council had been just the beginning. The galaxy was watching, and humanity was learning that even jokes, spoken at the right time, could shape history. They had survived the first test. The next would challenge not just their words, but their hearts, their courage, and their unity as humans in a universe that had never seen them this way before. Adam and Lisa were no longer just representatives. They were symbols. Symbols of humanity's courage, honesty, and boldness. And the galaxy had only just begun to notice Adam, and Lisa spent the next few days learning the ways of the Jarin court. The station was alive with activity. Emissaries from other star systems arrived daily, each bringing their own customs, languages, and expectations. For humans, it was overwhelming, but also fascinating. Everywhere they looked, there was color, movement, and strange beauty unlike anything on Earth. The couple was still adjusting to the unexpected title and the attention it brought. Every corridor they walked down was filled with curious eyes. Some aliens bowed deeply, some whispered to each other, and some simply stared. Adam had to remind himself constantly that even if it felt intimidating, this attention was a mark of respect. Humanity was being noticed, and that was rare in the galaxy. One morning, as they were walking through the gardens of the station, Lisa noticed a group of Jaran nobles whispering and glancing at them. She frowned. Adam, they don't look happy. Adam followed her gaze. Maybe they're jealous, he said. Humans got attention with one simple, well joke. Lisa laughed softly. A joke that could have gotten us in trouble. Adam shrugged. Maybe, but it didn't, and now we have to live with it. As they continued, a message arrived from the Queen. She wanted to meet them privately in her study. Lisa took a deep breath. Another lesson, maybe, Adam nodded, or a warning. When they arrived, the Queen was waiting, seated at a floating desk. She did not smile, but her eyes seemed to hold curiosity. Humans, she said, you have passed the Council's test of words and bond. Now you will face a test of action. Adam felt his stomach tighten. Action? What kind of action? The Queen stood slowly, her movements precise and deliberate. An outside threat approaches. A faction of the Galactic Navy doubts your species. They plan to test you with force. You must show that humans are not weak, that they act with courage and unity. Lisa's eyes widened. We're going to fight, the Queen shook her head. Not yet, you will first observe. Then you will decide how to respond. Your choices will be watched by the galaxy. This is your chance to show strength without aggression. Adam and Lisa exchanged a glance. Both were nervous, but a spark of determination lit within them. Humans had survived tough situations before. Even against overwhelming odds, they adapted and they acted together. Maybe that would be enough here. They were escorted to the observation deck, a vast room with walls of glass overlooking space. Several starships approached slowly, their shapes angular and imposing. The humans could see markings on the ships, colors and symbols indicating a faction known for testing new species. Lisa whispered, "They're not friendly." Adam nodded. "We have to be smart and calm." The ships drew closer, and the humans noticed that the Jaran fleet around the station began to tense. Defensive weapons powered up, but no one fired. The Queen's voice echoed through the chamber. "Observe carefully. Humans are clever, but their strength is different. Watch closely, then act." Adam felt a chill. He had expected diplomacy, maybe ceremonies or speeches. But now the test was real. The humans had to show courage in the presence of potential danger. As the ships approached, a smaller craft broke formation and moved toward the station. It hovered, scanning, testing defenses. Lisa gripped Adam's hand. "This is serious. What do we do?" Adam shook his head. "We wait, observe first. Then we act. We show unity, not panic." The alien officers seemed impressed. They watched the humans closely. In the Jaran way, fear was weakness, and courage came from thought as much as action. Adam and Lisa stayed calm, holding hands, showing a united front. The small craft transmitted a message, but it was not in any human language. The Jaran translators worked quickly. "They are testing your species," one said. "They want to see if humans will retreat or respond boldly." Lisa looked at Adam. "So we have to respond somehow." "But we don't even know their intentions." Adam nodded. "Exactly, we have to act carefully but confidently." He stepped forward and addressed the Jaran command console. "Tell them this. Humans are here. Humans do not fear. We will meet curiosity with words, not retreat. We do not run and we do not hide." The translator transmitted the message. Moments later, the alien craft paused, its scanners still trained on the station. Then slowly it moved away, testing reactions. The humans had not been aggressive, but they had not been submissive either. They had shown courage through calm action. The Queen appeared behind them, her expression unreadable. "Humans," she said, "you understand the lesson. Strength is not only in weapons, but in courage, unity, and careful action. Many species fail this test. You have passed." Lisa exhaled, relief flooding her. "We did it," she said softly. Adam smiled. "We did it together. Humans act as one when it matters." The next day, Reports from the observation deck reached the council. The galaxy was talking about the humans who faced potential danger without fear, who acted with calm and unity. Other species whispered about their courage, their unusual way of facing threats. Adam and Lisa began to understand that humans were different, not because of strength or weapons, but because of spirit, courage, and unity. As the days passed, the humans were asked to meet with various factions, diplomats, and nobles. Everywhere they went, stories of their calm courage spread. They were still adjusting to the title, but now they realized it carried influence. Their words mattered, their actions mattered, and the galaxy was watching. One afternoon, Lisa and Adam were walking in the station's gardens again. The plants glowed faintly in the alien light, and the air was soft with scents they had never smelled. Lisa paused. "Adam, do you see it? We're not just surviving here. Humans are being noticed. We're showing what we can do." Adam nodded, squeezing her hand. "I know, it's strange, isn't it? One simple joke, one honest word, and now we're part of something bigger." Lisa smiled faintly. "We have to keep it together. More tests will come, stronger tests. Maybe not even words, maybe real danger, but we can face it. We have to." Adam looked out at the stars, thinking about Earth, their home, and the journey that had brought them here. Humans had always survived, always adapted, always stood together. Now, in the presence of an alien empire, they were showing the same spirit. That evening, the Queen summoned them again. "Humans," she said, "your courage has been noted. Your bond strengthens not only yourselves but your species. You face tests other species fail. Continue and the galaxy will remember your kind." Adam and Lisa nodded. "We will," Adam said. As they returned to their quarters, Lisa leaned on Adam. "It's strange. I feel proud but also scared. The galaxy, it's huge, and we're just two humans." Adam kissed her forehead. "Maybe, but even two humans can make a difference. Together, we're stronger than anyone thinks." That night they slept lightly, dreams filled with stars, alien ships, and the weight of responsibility. They had passed the first real test of action. Humanity's courage, calmness, and unity had been noticed, and they knew that the next challenges would demand even more. Words, actions, and hearts all tested under the gaze of a powerful empire. The stars outside glimmered endlessly, a reminder of the vast galaxy that humans had just begun to leave their mark upon. Adam held Lisa's hand tightly. "We survive, we adapt, we face the galaxy together," he said. Lisa squeezed back. "Together," she whispered. And in that moment, humans felt, for the first time, that they were not just small creatures in the universe. They were a species of courage, honesty, and unity, capable of facing challenges that no one had expected. The galaxy was beginning to see humanity as more than newcomers. It was beginning to see them as something extraordinary, Adam, and Lisa woke to another day filled with tension and expectation. After the recent events with the Jarin Council and the approaching alien ships, they had learned that the galaxy was watching humanity in a new way. Even so, neither of them could fully relax. Each morning brought a sense of responsibility that was heavier than anything they had ever felt on Earth. As they prepared for the day, a message arrived from the Queen. She requested their presence immediately in the central chamber. Lisa looked at Adam nervously. "Another test, probably," she said quietly. Adam nodded, trying to hide his worry. "We've handled every challenge so far. We just have to stay united." When they arrived, the Queen was seated in her elevated chair, surrounded by senior nobles. The atmosphere was more serious than before. The Queen's eyes, silver and piercing, fixed on them without expression. "Humans," she began, her voice calm but commanding, "you have passed the previous trials through unity, courage, and honesty. Now you face a test of perception and loyalty. You must act not only with words or calmness but with judgment. Your choices will have consequences for both your species and the Empire." Adam swallowed. "What kind of test?" The Queen gestured, and a large map appeared in the air before them. It showed several star systems, ships, and points of conflict. There are disputes among factions in these sectors. Your words and decisions will influence the outcomes. Some may call for aggression, some for diplomacy. Your judgment will be observed. You will advise, and your guidance will be respected because of your bond and previous courage. Lisa stared at the map. So we're mediators. More than that, the Queen replied. You are symbols. Every choice you make will reflect humanity. Choose wisely. They were escorted to the strategy room, a vast chamber filled with holographic displays and alien officers. Humans had never seen technology like this. Ships moved in 3 dimensions, planets rotated, and star systems shifted dynamically. Adam looked at Lisa. We have to figure this out, and fast. Lisa nodded. Let's stay calm. Remember, they respect honesty and unity. They began reviewing several disputes. The first involved a conflict over a mining colony between 2 alien factions. Adam and Lisa listened as alien officers presented arguments, data, and warnings. They claim the colony belongs to them, one officer explained. They have sent armed patrols to assert control. Adam leaned toward Lisa. If we suggest the wrong approach, we could trigger war. Lisa nodded. So we need a solution that shows humans think carefully, one that balances fairness and courage. Adam spoke to the council. We suggest a temporary joint administration. Humans have experience sharing resources. This allows both sides to cooperate without immediate conflict. We would monitor progress, mediate disputes, and ensure no one is harmed. The council murmured among themselves. The suggestion was unusual. Most species preferred dominance or strict control, but the Queen's eyes glimmered slightly. Humans are clever, she said finally. They propose solutions that avoid unnecessary bloodshed but maintain authority. This is strength. Encouraged, Adam and Lisa moved to the next conflict. This one involved a faction demanding tribute from a neutral planet. The humans had no military power here, yet their input mattered. Lisa spoke first. We recommend dialogue. Tribute can be symbolic, not material. Honor can be shown without forcing resources. Humans respect agreements and fairness. Again, the council seemed surprised. The aliens were not used to solutions that avoided force. Adam added, this also shows unity. If we act together, we can prevent escalation. Humans value loyalty and cooperation. The day continued with similar disputes. Some were simple, some were dangerous. Every choice required thought, courage, and honesty. Adam and Lisa learned quickly to communicate silently, reading each other's expressions, supporting each other. Their bond, once a source of awkwardness, became their strength. They acted as one mind, balancing logic, fairness, and courage. During a break, Lisa whispered to Adam, "Do you realize what we're doing? The Queen is letting us influence the galaxy." Adam nodded, looking at the holographic displays. It's incredible and terrifying. One wrong choice could have consequences for thousands, maybe millions. Lisa squeezed his hand. But we have each other, and we've survived every test so far. Humans adapt. We'll find a way. Later, a warning arrived. An unknown ship approached the station without communication. The council panicked, preparing weapons. Adam and Lisa stayed calm, observing the ship. "What if it attacks?" Lisa asked. Adam shook his head. "We don't assume aggression. We act with courage and reason. Let's wait and see, then decide together." The ship transmitted a message. A faction was testing the station's defenses, trying to provoke a reaction. The humans advised the council to respond carefully but firmly, demonstrating confidence without aggression. The aliens followed their guidance. The potential conflict ended without violence. The Queen observed silently, her expression unreadable. After the tension passed, she spoke. "Humans, you understand balance. Courage is not just attacking or defending. It is knowing when to act and when to wait. Your bond strengthens your judgment. The galaxy notes this unusual wisdom." Adam felt pride mixed with exhaustion. "We're still learning," he whispered to Lisa. She smiled faintly. "So is everyone else, but we're doing it together. That matters." The day ended with more advice, meetings, and observations. Humans were exhausted but more confident. They were learning not just how to act, but why. Their unity and honesty were earning respect across species. That evening, Lisa looked at Adam. "We're influencing more than just this station. Our choices could change the galaxy." Adam held her hand. "We just have to stay united, honest, and careful. Humans have always survived like this. Together, nothing can stop us." The Queen sent a final message for the day. "Humans, your actions today have been observed by many factions. Your bond and guidance are noted. Continue to act with courage, honesty, and unity. The galaxy will remember." Adam and Lisa sat together quietly, absorbing the weight of the message. The stars outside glimmered endlessly. They had survived challenges before with humor, calmness, and honesty. Now they were learning to guide, advise, and influence with wisdom and courage. As they prepared for sleep, Lisa whispered, "Do you ever think about home, Earth?" Adam nodded. "All the time, but maybe this is part of humanity's place now. The galaxy is bigger than we imagined. And we're part of it." Lisa smiled, feeling warmth despite the exhaustion. "Together, together," Adam agreed. And as they looked out at the stars, they realized that humanity's strength was not in ships or weapons, but in courage, unity, and the bond between people. Their actions, decisions, and honesty were beginning to leave a mark in the galaxy. One thoughtful choice at a time. Adam and Lisa woke early, as they had for the past days. But this morning felt different. The air on the Jaran space station was tense, heavier than usual. The Queen had sent a message late last night. All factions would meet today in the central chamber. Their decisions, actions, and unity would be observed for the final time. Lisa looked at Adam. "This feels like the climax, like everything we've done is leading to this moment." Adam nodded. "We've survived every test so far. We just need to stay united, honest, and calm. Humans always find a way." They dressed simply, yet neatly. Humans were not used to elaborate clothing, and the Queen had allowed them to wear garments from Earth as a symbol of identity. Lisa wore a simple blue tunic, Adam a white one. Their simplicity alone caught some attention in the alien court, but it also showed they were confident in who they were. When they entered the chamber, it was filled with hundreds of alien delegates. The room shimmered with holographic displays of planets, ships, and records of disputes. Whispers passed among the factions, many of them wondering how such small beings could have influenced events so far. The Queen sat in her elevated chair, silent for a long moment. Finally, she spoke. "Humans, your bond has been tested through words, action, and judgment. Today, you will face the final trial. Demonstrate the value of humanity to the galaxy. Your choices will influence peace, loyalty, and the future of many species. Act wisely." Adam felt his stomach tighten, but Lisa squeezed his hand. "We can do this," she whispered. "Together," Adam replied. The first test involved a territorial dispute. Two factions had claimed a resource-rich planet and prepared for armed conflict. The humans were asked to advise. Adam spoke first. "We suggest a neutral council with representatives from both sides and observers from other species. Humans have experience in compromise and negotiation. We can help mediate." The aliens whispered among themselves. It was unusual for humans to suggest cooperation rather than dominance. Lisa added, "We recommend an agreement based on fairness. Resources should be shared until long-term solutions are reached. Humans act honestly, and we expect the same from others." The Queen nodded slightly. "Humans prioritize balance over conquest. This is unusual wisdom." Next, a faction attempted to intimidate the humans by sending a threatening message, claiming the humans had no power to influence the galaxy. Adam and Lisa read it calmly. Adam replied, "We do not seek conflict, but we will not be intimidated. Humans act with honesty, unity, and courage. Those who respect words and fairness will find us allies. Those who threaten without cause will find that humans do not retreat. The message was sent. Silence fell. The alien factions whispered, then murmurs of respect spread. Many had expected fear, submission, or aggression. Instead, humans showed calm confidence and a refusal to be bullied. Throughout the day, humans were tested in many ways. They were asked to resolve disputes, negotiate alliances, and provide guidance in ethical dilemmas. Each time they acted together, speaking honestly and using reasoning instead of threats. Every choice reinforced the same lesson. Humans were courageous, loyal, and united. Lisa noticed the subtle shift in the alien court. Whispers of admiration passed among the delegates. Even the most hostile factions nodded or paused when humans spoke. Adam could feel it too. Their words, once a joke, were now symbols of humanity's courage and integrity. During a pause, the Queen summoned them privately. "Humans," she said, "your actions today have proven your species unusual. You face danger, diplomacy, and pressure with honesty and unity. Your bond strengthens not only yourselves but the influence of humanity." The galaxy has noticed. Adam felt a thrill of pride. We only acted as humans always do. We care for each other, we speak truthfully, and we adapt. Lisa smiled. And we've done it together, that's the real strength. The Queen's eyes softened slightly. Your bond is rare. Your courage is rare. Your unity is rare. The galaxy will remember humans not for size or weapons, but for spirit. You have earned recognition. After the private meeting, the humans returned to the chamber for the final ceremony. The Queen addressed all the factions. Today, humans have demonstrated courage, unity, and wisdom. They speak with honesty, act with bravery, and bind themselves to their word. This is a lesson for all species. Strength is not only in force, but in loyalty, honesty, and courage. Humans shall be recognized as respected members of the galactic community. The chamber erupted in quiet applause. Some alien factions nodded respectfully, others sent holographic symbols of recognition. Adam and Lisa exchanged a glance. They could hardly believe it. One small joke spoken in fear and humor had led to this moment. Humanity, in its own way, had earned a place in the galaxy. Later, back in their quarters, Lisa sat on the window ledge looking out at the stars. "Adam, can you believe this? Humans, we've really made a mark." Adam stood beside her. "We have, and it wasn't because of weapons or power or tricks. It was because we acted honestly, stayed united, and showed courage. Humans are stronger than most species expect." Lisa leaned on him. "Sometimes I forget. I thought we were just small creatures, not important, but we are important in our own way." Adam kissed her forehead. "Yes, humanity matters, not because we destroy, but because we survive, care, and act with heart. We face the galaxy together." The next days were quieter. Humans continued their work as mediators and advisors. Factions began to trust their guidance. Stories spread across the stars of the humans who spoke honestly, acted courageously, and solved disputes with unity. Adam and Lisa were no longer just delegates, they were symbols of humanity's potential. One evening, as they walked through the gardens, Lisa smiled at Adam. "Do you remember the joke, the one about being my husband in front of the Queen?" Adam laughed softly. "I do." Who would have thought it would lead to this? The galaxy noticing humans because of a joke. Lisa shook her head, laughing too. "It sounds ridiculous, and yet it worked. Maybe that's what humans are. Unpredictable, brave, and honest even when it seems foolish." Adam nodded. "Exactly. We act as humans always do together. We adapt, we survive, and we make a mark on the universe in ways no one expects." The Queen summoned them one final time. "Humans, your courage and unity have earned recognition. Your species will be remembered. Your actions have taught lessons not only to the galaxy but also to my court. You show that strength is not only in weapons, but in words, bond, and courage. Your title, once a joke, is now a symbol of humanity's place among the stars. Adam and Lisa bowed. "Thank you, Your Majesty. We are honored," the Queen smiled faintly. "Continue as humans do, honestly, bravely, and united. The galaxy will watch and learn from you." As they returned to their quarters, Lisa whispered, "Adam, we did it. Humanity really did it." Adam squeezed her hand. "We did it together. Humans are stronger than anyone thought, and now the galaxy knows it." They looked out at the stars, endless and shining, knowing that humanity's story had only just begun. One small joke, a simple word, had become legend. Humans had shown that courage, honesty, and unity could shape history. And as the stars glimmered across the dark expanse, Adam and Lisa felt hope, pride, and determination. They had survived trials, guided decisions, and earned respect. Humanity, once small and overlooked, now held a place in the galaxy, not through conquest, but through the heart, courage, and unity that made them who they were. Hand in hand, they faced the future. The stars were full of challenges, but they had proven that humans could meet any test. Humor, honesty, and loyalty had carried them here, and now humanity's name shone brightly in the records of the galaxy. Adam whispered to Lisa, "Together always." "Always," Lisa replied. And for the first time, they felt fully confident that humanity would thrive among the stars, bold, honest, and united, a species that could never be underestimated.